Another night, another World Cup memory. Welcome back to the Armchair Galacticos podcast. Tonight's episode, Switzerland versus Algeria. Before we get into the football, I need to tell you about the Algeria goalkeeper in this match. His name is Luca Zidane. He is 28 years old. He plays club football at Granada in Spain. He is the son of Zinedine Zidane. He was born in France, played in the French youth system, and then in September 2025, he switched his international allegiance to Algeria, the country of his paternal grandparents, after FIFA approved the move. He started this match at BC Place in Vancouver wearing a distinctive protective face mask because earlier in the 2025-26 club season, he sustained a fractured jaw in a collision and has been playing with facial protection ever since. The son of the greatest French footballer of all time, wearing the green of Algeria in a World Cup round of 32 match in Vancouver. That is the context in which tonight's match took place. Now the football. Switzerland 2-0 Algeria, and the manner of it was striking. First goal, 10th minute. Johan Manzambi, who had been excellent on Switzerland's right flank in this tournament and has quietly become one of the more interesting wide players at this World Cup, drove down the right side, hit a hard low cross into the box, and Breel Embolo was exactly where a striker is supposed to be, at the near post, first to it, sliding it home from close range. 1-0 Switzerland. 10 minutes in, Algeria had barely had time to find their shape. Algeria pushed back in the first half. Vladimir Petkovic's side had spells of possession and created moments. Luca Zidane was called upon at the other end to make saves, which he did with competence. But Switzerland's defensive structure held and the Swiss counter threat remained constant. Then the second half began. 46 seconds into the second half, Ndoye received the ball on the edge of the penalty area, high, wide open, barely any time having elapsed since the referee's whistle, and blasted it. Low, hard to the corner. Luca Zidane dove full stretch. The ball hit the back of the net before he got there. 2-0 Switzerland. The game, for all practical purposes, was over before Algeria could process that it had restarted. The remaining 44 minutes went to Switzerland. Algeria pressed and pushed without finding any way through Granit Xhaka and the defensive block. Switzerland held comfortably. The 2-0 lead was never seriously threatened. What does this mean for Switzerland? It means they have their first World Cup knockout win since 1938. 88 years. They had reached the round of 16 in 2006, 2014, and 2022, 3 times without advancing. Now they do. They face the winner of Colombia versus Ghana in the round of 16 back at BC Place in Vancouver. They are well rested, they are organized, and they have just dismantled a good Algerian side in under 50 minutes of active football. There is a secondary story here worth acknowledging. Luca Zidane's World Cup debut ends in defeat. He played well enough. The 2-0 defeat was not his fault. The goals were from positions where a goalkeeper could not reasonably be expected to do more than he did. But the story of his journey, from the French youth system to an Algerian identity switch to a fractured jaw to a protective face mask to a World Cup round of 32, is one of the more unusual career arcs in the tournament. He is 28. There will be more World Cups for him if Algeria qualify. My prediction, Switzerland 2-0 Algeria with Embolo and Okafor to score. The scoreline was exactly right. Embolo scored, correct. The second scorer was Ndoye, not Noah Okafor. Okafor was on the pitch but was not the scorer. The couch called the exact score and got one of 2 scorers correct. This is among the better predictive performances of this World Cup, and the couch is going to acknowledge that with no false modesty whatsoever. Switzerland 2-0, I said it, it happened. Ndoye stood in for Okafor, and the couch cannot be blamed for not knowing which Swiss forward would strike from the top of the box 46 seconds into the second half. That's the Armchair Galacticos read on Switzerland versus Algeria. The couch is signing off, right about some of it, wrong about most of it, same as always.